Goose all ready to go. Good boy. Welcome back to the channel, guys. So we're heading off here just for a few hours today out in the woods. Sunday, May 4th, I believe. So I'm in the old beater canoe here today. I don't know how this is going to go. This is the first time I've used this canoe in a couple of years now, and it's the first time I've ever had both of the dogs in this canoe with me. So this canoe, some of you guys, if you've been around for a while here on the channel, you'll remember I picked up this old canoe here a couple of years back, and I actually did a 3 or 4 day trip, a wilderness canoe trip with this thing first when I got it. Me and Goose here made our way back to a few backcountry ponds and spent a few days out in the woods. And I actually had a contest back on that video. I'm gonna tag that video up in the corner of the screen here in case you want to check it out. But yeah, I ran a little contest where I got you guys to throw out some names for this old canoe. So I was gonna name it and refurbish it and do some work on it and stuff. So the name that I chose was the Second Wind. Now I never did get a chance to do the work that I plan to do on this old canoe. But I do have some new plans for it, which I'll talk a little bit more about here in this video. But yeah, the plan for today is just to get out in the Second Wind here. Like I said, first time I've had her out in the water in a couple years now. We're just gonna paddle down across this pond here, down to my campsite, and I'm gonna check that trail camera that I put out in the last video. Millie, stay there. I'm gonna go check that trail camera, see if we got any footage on it. And I've got a new axe I'm gonna be trying out here today, so I'm gonna show you guys that. And of course we're gonna get a fire going and boil the kettle. I got some moose that I had to marinate overnight, so we're gonna get that cooking on the campfire here shortly. But the goal first is to just see how the dogs are gonna perform in this smaller canoe and head our way down the pond and check the trail camera. So this canoe is quite a bit smaller than my other canoe that you see on the channel, my yellow 16-foot Scott canoe. That one is more of a tandem canoe. This one I would classify as like a more of a solo compact canoe. So not quite as much room in this one, but I want to try it out here and see how I can use this and how it's going to perform with 2 dogs. Seems to be going pretty good so far. Good boy, Goose. Millie, sit down. Millie, sit. Sit. There we go. Good girl. I want to get the dogs, try and get the dogs more used to sitting in the canoe. It's not ideal when they're standing up and they're kind of switching back and forth from side to side. So I'm going to be working on trying to get them to sit and stay more still in the canoe. And when they're sitting down, it's the center of gravity is a lot more lower down in the canoe, which is what you want. When they're standing up, it raises the center of gravity and makes things a little more unstable. So that's something we're going to be working on. Anyways, not a bad day. Make our way on down the pond now and see what we can see. Go and check that trail camera. So one thing about this old canoe, where it's smaller, it's definitely noticeably easier to paddle than my bigger yellow canoe. So I can make a lot better time and speed with this. But then on the downside, it is a little more tippy, so I gotta watch the dogs. Sit, Goose, sit. Good girl, Millie. Goose, sit. Good boy. So yeah, I got to keep an eye on the dogs. They're doing great here now so far. Good dog. Stay there, Millie. Millie, stay. Sit. Good. what I've been thinking is, you know, I picked this canoe up for, I think, just a few $100 back a couple years ago, and so I don't have much money into it. It does need quite a bit of work, but I don't think I'm going to spend a whole lot of money to refurbish this thing. I think I'm just going to use this as more of an old beater canoe that I can, you know, carry through the woods, leave out in the woods at times, which is what I'm thinking about doing here today. I think I'm going to leave this down by my my campsite, and then I can hike in and out. I'll have it there by my campsite. All right, almost up to the trail camera location. So this is a New View hunting trail camera. Be interested to see now if it's been working. I'm not expecting a ton of footage on it because it's only been a week since I checked it last, but it was working on the last check. So, oh, Millie's jumping the gun again here. I'm doing pretty good overall, but still some work to do with the training. Millie, wait. 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 Okay. Oh, geez. Yep, still some work to do. All right, let's see what we got. All right, well, unfortunately no footage this past week. So I did check this one last weekend, and I did have a moose on it, and I threw that in as a little clip there on my last video, on my camping video. But in case you guys didn't see it, I'll throw that clip back up on the screen now. Looked like a cow moose. She came out in front of the camera there the same day that dog was heading out from a camping trip. So anyways, I'll throw that little clip up on the screen here now. But no footage this week. But the New View camera, it does seem to be working again. So it had some clips of me walking up to the camera and stuff. So it is working. I'm thinking it was an SD card issue that I was having with that camera. So glad to have that figured out, and looking forward to getting some more footage on that New View hunting trail camera now over the next few weeks or a few months. Back up. Back. Going to get turned around here. Wait, Goose, wait. Yeah. Wait. Off we go, back across the pond. Time to cook up a feed. I can see what looks to be a beaver up ahead. Hopefully the dogs don't get too much distracted by that if they see it. But yeah, this is the time of year when there's not a whole lot going on. You know, fishing season, trout fishing season is closed. It's not hunting season, so we're kind of in a little bit of a slow spot in the year here for hunting or fishing, but I'm hoping to get out on some fishing trips now as soon as the season opens. I got some trips planned. I didn't want to do them when the fishing season was closed because, couple of places I want to go for a couple overnight trips. Got some pretty good trout fishing, so I want to save those trips for when this trout fishing season opens here in the next couple of weeks. So that's the plan for that. But in the meantime, we're just still trying to get out on the weekends here and check the trail cameras, get the canoe out, test some gear, that kind of thing. Keep the dogs moving, keep myself moving. Millie, sit. Sit. Hey, sit. Good girl. Goose, sit. Good dogs. Now wait. Well, that beaver is right up ahead of us here. Dogs haven't seen it yet. I'm hoping they don't, to be honest. Goose probably will though. Oh, now he does. It's okay, Goosey. Oh, he splashed his tail. Goose, stay right there. Good dogs. Millie, Millie, sit. Good girl. Goose is on high alert now. Okay. All right, this is where the canoe is going to live for the next couple of weeks at least. I kind of wish I put my trail camera out right here, because I was here a week ago yesterday, had a little boil up in the fire, but since then we've had a visitor. You see the fresh moose fur on top of the fire pit here since last week. So a moose has been through our camp here. All right, gonna get some firewood cut up here. I want to show you guys this awesome new axe that I have. So first of all, I want to give a huge shout out to Esker Outdoors. They're a Canadian based company based out of Ontario, and I've been following their page on Instagram for a while now. If you guys have watched any of my winter camping videos and my canvas tent, that tent is made by Esker, the same company that makes this axe. So they recently done like a little promotion on their Instagram where you had to just share a picture and tag them or whatever, and the prize was one of their new camp axes. So I believe this one was called the Camp Axe, and this is an awesome prize to win, guys. I've never been real lucky with winning giveaways or whatever, but this axe is $275 plus tax. Sounds like a steep price for an axe, but this is super high quality, man. This is just a work of art. So the head here, it's a 3.6 pound head. I believe it's hand forged in Austria. It's based on the Hudson's Bay pattern axe head, 3.6 pound head, and this thing is just super heavy duty. I think it's assembled in Canada, if I'm not mistaken. It's got a 24-inch hickory handle, and it comes with this amazing leather sheath. So the leather sheath is handmade in Canada. It's double stitched, has the rivets in it, 100% real leather. It's a nice thick leather, and the sheath itself is just an awesome piece of work right here. I'll get some more close-up shots of it here in a minute, but yeah, this thing is just a beast of an axe. It's really heavy. You could get a lot of work done with this thing. So I'm gonna try it out here now. I'm gonna put a link to Esker Outdoors for their Instagram page and as well for their website down in the description of the video. You can't go wrong with your gear. Like I said, that my canvas tent is made by Esker, and I've got nothing bad to say about that tent. Super high quality canvas tent. And now they're selling these axes. They got a couple of different sizes of axes as well. If you're looking for something a little smaller or whatever, you can check out their gear. But yeah, let's put this thing to work now and see what she's like. Can't wait to use it. It's almost too nice to use, but I'm not the type to hang something on the wall and just look at it. I'm gonna use this thing and put it through its paces. Well, boys, not a bad way to enjoy coffee, I gotta say. Beautiful day. All right, fire is burned down just nice to cook on now. Throw a chunk of butter in there. So in this bag, I just got some moose steaks that I sliced up last night. Just sliced it up in strips. I sliced up an onion, put in there, and then I just marinated this overnight in the refrigerator. The marinade is just some Worcestershire sauce and some spices, salt, pepper, garlic, paprika. I think that's it. And yeah, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce and some hot sauce. Just left it in the fridge overnight. So this is a nice, quick, simple, and delicious way to cook moose. Just slice it up in small slices with an onion, Throw it in some marinade with whatever spices you like. Leave it in the fridge overnight. Really tenderizes the meat. Moose can be a little bit tough sometimes, depending on the cut of meat that you're cooking and the way you cook it or whatever. But if you throw it in some marinade like that, I find you can't go wrong. All right, she's done. Look at that, guys. So that's a real quick, simple, tasty way to cook moose in the woods, especially if you do a lot of the prep work at home. So all I had to do when I got here is dump this in the pan. Within 10 minutes, I got myself a nice, tasty meal. What do you want, Millie? Well, got to give the dogs a taste. Can't have much because we got the onion and spices on it, but a little taste won't hurt them. There, Goosey. Good boy. Oh, good boy. All right, back on the move. So gonna hike our way back out to the highway now. So I ended up leashing up the dogs because I am seeing a ton of fresh moose on here. And I've got a feeling we could end up spooking up a moose or two. So got the dogs on the leash just in case. Hopefully if we do run into a moose here, at least I'll have control of the dogs. Here, up, up. All right, guys, we made it back to the highway, so I'm just gonna hike on back to the truck now. So that's gonna do it for this video. Never did see a moose, but lots of fresh sign. But anyways, yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.